So if you are someone who has followed the channel at all in recent months, you've probably heard me talk a bit about using my iPad Pro. And recently I've basically just decided that I want to refine some of my portraiture skills. Back in the day, I used to do a lot of portraiture. It was sort of one of the main things that really drew me to creating art and yeah, really getting invested in artwork. I used to create a lot of film and TV show inspired work, focusing on, yeah, just sort of my favorite scenes from different movies, and I would draw them primarily in charcoal, black and white, realistic. But yeah, as I sort of got more into this surrealism and this sort of, yeah, surrealistic realism, acrylic and oil work, I've sort of haven't done much portraiture, and yeah, I just want to refine my skills. So that's what I'm doing. I've decided that I'm gonna start doing daily sketches, probably 3 or 4 times a week when I've got time, and just spending probably half an hour to an hour, and just practicing really and refining. I think it's really important, and because I haven't done portraiture in quite a while, I'm a bit rusty. So yeah, I've done about 4 or 5 so far. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's also just a good way to loosen up before spending a day painting or drawing or even working on design. Get those sort of creative muscles flexing and working. And yeah, it's a good daily routine to start taking on board. But I'm just gonna work away at this sketch here. As I said, I'm not really gonna spend too much time on it. They're sort of more about getting in the zone of practicing daily, and as opposed to creating really finished and resolved artwork. I want to try not to be spending too much time on these drawings, because yeah, that's how I'm going, or that's how I plan on maintaining it as a daily practice. But yeah, sit back, enjoy. I've got a new camera angle set up today. I'll attach a little clip of that as well, just so you can see what I'm working with. It's miles better than the overhead setup that I was using before, which basically just involves me attaching my tripod to the wall with a hook and hanging it with a piece of string, which really wasn't the safest option, especially when I've got a bit of a chunk of change in camera equipment hanging from the wall. I was always very nervous that was going to fall whilst I was recording. So yeah, this is a much safer, much more resolved option, which is great because now I'm going to be able to use it more. So expect some more overhead shots in future videos. But yeah, for now, sit back, enjoy, and I'll touch base with you in a bit. And that's about it for my rough sketch here. I'm just going to start filling in my details. I'm just literally just using the basic 6B pencil brush, and I'm just going to be doing more of a cross-hatching style. You can see here I've used guidelines, and that essentially just gives me a bit of a blueprint as to the geometry of the face, and it keeps everything nice and in line. So you want the eyes to be in line, you've got the nose and mouth in thirds, and yeah, it just makes it easy to keep everything in line as you are sketching in your facial features. Because if you have an eye slightly off, or something not lining up correctly, it's really noticeable, and that sort of foundation stage is really important to creating a face that looks realistic. But yeah, let's start adding some detail and we'll have a bit of fun with it. But first, I gotta get my charger. Making some pretty good progress here at the moment. Just cruising around the canvas and cross-hatching as I go. As you can see, I've sort of split up the different tonal shifts, and just trying not to overthink it too much, trying to work pretty quick. It's definitely not going to be perfect or super resolved, and that's okay. The sort of point of this sort of little daily challenge is just to really really gain some knowledge in the broad strokes of portraiture. I particularly just want to really sharpen my likeness skills and my ability to quickly capture that likeness, and that's why I'm sort of limiting myself to only 30 minutes to an hour, because I really don't want to get caught up in the details too much, even though I tend to always do that. I tend to really like to get stuck into the details, but yeah, no, having fun with it. Aside from that, Melbourne's just found out that we are going into another 2-week lockdown after this one ends, which honestly is pretty brutal. I saw a statistic the other day, we're up to like 117 days or something in lockdown. Yeah, it's been really tough. Luckily, I'm able to keep working, find more time for creating YouTube videos and whatnot, which has been a bit of fun. But yeah, no, it's been pretty hard for everyone down here currently, and that, I guess, was another reason why I figured it was a good opportunity to really have a crack at doing this daily or every other day. Because yeah, I've got the time and I'm home a lot at the moment. So yeah, aside from that, I've got, while I'm still working on that really large canvas that I've been talking about recently, I'm actually waiting for some materials, which is a bit of a pain. They were sort of due about a week or so ago, and I'm still waiting. There's delays because of COVID, which is frustrating. I've tried to reach out and figure out when they're going to be getting here, but I can basically get no information on that, which is super annoying. But I think today I'm probably going to jump back on the canvas and see what I can do in the meantime whilst I'm waiting for those materials, because I don't want to let it sort of go to the wayside. Yeah, aside from that, everything is going all right. But I'm going to keep sketching away here, and I'll touch base back with you at the end of the video. And that's pretty much going to be the end of the video here. I quickly realized whilst filming this video how hard it is to draw and talk at the same time, but we got through it. Definitely let me know if you have enjoyed this type of content. I'm really enjoying doing these portrait sketches at the moment, and I'm definitely going to do some more traditional ones as well, just pencil on paper. So let me know if you would like to see that. But yeah, hope everyone's well, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.